the Bridge of Love. In the beautiful Nigerian land of Umuahia, two villages, Ikwu and Umu, were locked in a bitter feud. This conflict had lasted for generations, with no end in sight. The villagers of Ikwu and Umu avoided each other, and every attempt at peace had failed. The villages were divided by a wide river, and the only bridge connecting them had fallen into disrepair. The river was symbolic of the divide between the two communities, and the broken bridge represented the lack of understanding and trust between them. Amidst this conflict, a young man named Chinedu from Ikwu and a young woman named Adis from Umu fell in love. Their love was pure and strong, but it faced many obstacles due to the ongoing feud between their families. Chinedu was a kind-hearted farmer who enjoyed helping others. Adis was a talented weaver known for her beautiful clothes and warm smile. They first met at a festival and felt an instant connection. Chinedu and Adis knew that their love would be met with resistance, so they decided to keep their relationship a secret. They would meet in the forest, far from the eyes of their families. The forest was a place of peace where they could talk about their dreams and hopes. Their secret meetings became a cherished part of their lives, but they knew they couldn't keep their love hidden forever. They dreamt of a future where their families would be united. One day, the annual festival of Umu was approaching. It was a time of joy and celebration, but Chinedu and Adis knew that their presence together at the festival could spark trouble. They decided to attend separately, each in their own village. During the festival, Chinedu admired Adis from afar, his heart aching with longing. Adis felt the same way, watching Chinedu with a mix of love and sadness. They wished they could be together openly. Unfortunately, during the festival, Adis' younger brother, Emeka, saw her with Chinedu in the forest. Emeka was a curious boy who loved exploring, and he reported what he had seen to their parents. The revelation of their secret relationship caused a stir in both villages. The leaders of Ikwu and Umu, angered by the defiance of their traditions, called a meeting to address the situation. At the village meeting, Chinedu and Adis were summoned to explain themselves. The leaders of Ikwu and Umu were stern and unyielding. They argued passionately about the dangers of their union and the disrespect it showed to their families' histories. Chinedu and Adis defended their love, speaking about the happiness and understanding they had found in each other. Their words, however, fell on deaf ears. The leaders were firm in their opposition, insisting that their love was a threat to the village's honor. Desperate to find a solution, Chinedu and Adis came up with a plan. They believed that if they could demonstrate the power of their love to both villages, it might change the hearts of their leaders. They decided to rebuild the old bridge that connected Ikwu and Umu, hoping it would symbolize the union they wished to see. The bridge had fallen into disrepair, and the task seemed daunting. Chinedu and Adis gathered a few close friends and family members who supported their love. They began to work on the bridge, determined to prove their commitment to both communities. As Chinedu and Adis started repairing the bridge, the villagers watched with curiosity and skepticism. Some were supportive, offering help and encouragement, while others were still doubtful and critical. Despite the mixed reactions, Chinedu and Adis worked tirelessly. They believed that their love was strong enough to overcome the division and bring about positive change. Slowly but surely, the villagers began to see the dedication and love that Chinedu and Adis poured into the bridge. More people from both villages joined the effort, inspired by the couple's determination and the symbolic nature of their work. As the bridge took shape, the villagers started talking about the possibility of reconciliation. The once impossible dream of unity seemed within reach. However, not everyone was pleased with the progress. Some members of both villages still opposed the idea of coming together. They worried that the bridge would undermine the traditions and values they had held dear for so long. Chinedu and Adis faced opposition from these individuals, but they remained hopeful. They continued to work on the bridge, believing that their love and perseverance would eventually win over the skeptics. The leaders of Ikwu and Umu called for a special assembly to discuss the progress of the bridge. They were concerned about the changes taking place and worried about the implications for their villages. Chinedu and Adis presented their case once again, emphasizing the love and unity they hoped to achieve. They spoke about the benefits of cooperation and understanding, and how the bridge could symbolize a new beginning for both communities. After much debate, the leaders of Ikwu and Umu agreed to a compromise. They decided to allow the bridge to be completed but insisted that it would not be used for official gatherings or ceremonies until the feud was fully resolved. The decision was a small victory for Chinedu and Adis, but they knew there was still much work to be done. They continued to focus on their goal of bringing the two villages together. The bridge construction continued, with more villagers from both sides working side by side. The once broken structure began to take on new life, symbolizing the healing and reconciliation that were slowly taking place. Chinedu and Adis spent many hours working on the bridge, their love and determination evident in every stone they placed. They hoped that their efforts would inspire others to look beyond their differences and embrace unity. When the bridge was finally completed, the villagers from Ikwu and Umu gathered for a small celebration. It was a moment of joy and accomplishment, as the bridge stood as a testament to the power of love and perseverance. Chinedu and Adis were honored for their efforts, and their love story became a symbol of hope and unity for both villages. The celebration marked the beginning of a new chapter in the relationship between Ikwu and Umu. Despite the progress made, there were still challenges to overcome. The old prejudices and misunderstandings between the villagers lingered, and it would take time for true reconciliation to occur. Chinedu and Adis continued to work towards their goal, organizing events and activities that brought people from both villages together. They believed that every small step towards understanding and acceptance was a victory. As more villagers began to interact across the bridge, friendships started to form between the people of Ikwu and Umu. The once estranged communities began to see each other in a new light, and the barriers of mistrust began to crumble. Chinedu and Adis were encouraged by these developments and continued to promote unity and cooperation. They knew that their love had the power to bring about lasting change. Despite the growing friendships, there were still some who clung to the old ways and resisted the changes. These individuals viewed the bridge and the growing unity as a threat to their traditions and customs. Chinedu and Adis faced opposition from these traditionalists, but they remained steadfast in their mission. They believed that love and understanding could overcome even the most deeply rooted traditions. The leaders of both villages convened a council to address the ongoing issues and find solutions to the remaining conflicts. They acknowledged the progress made but recognized that there were still obstacles to overcome. Chinedu and Adis were invited to speak at the council, where they shared their experiences and the lessons they had learned about love and unity. Their heartfelt words resonated with many on the council. The council meeting marked a turning point in the relationship between Ikwu and Umu. The leaders began to see the value of cooperation and the positive impact of the bridge on their communities. The council decided to support more joint activities and events that would further encourage interaction between the villagers. It was a significant step towards reconciliation and understanding. To promote unity, Chinedu and Adis organized a cultural exchange event where the people of Ikwu and Umu could share their traditions, foods, and stories. The event was a celebration of their unique cultures and a way to bridge the gap between the two communities. The cultural exchange was a resounding success, with villagers from both sides enjoying each other's company and learning about each other's customs. It was a powerful reminder of the richness and diversity that each community brought to the table. Chinedu and Adis realized that education was key to overcoming prejudice and fostering understanding. They worked together to create an educational program that taught the history and culture of both villages. The program was introduced in local schools and became a popular initiative. Children from both Ikwu and Umu learned about each other's heritage, building a foundation of respect and appreciation from a young age. One day, a group of elders from Umu made an unexpected visit to Ikwu. They were curious to see the changes and meet the people who had been instrumental in bridging the gap between the villages. The visit was an opportunity for both sides to show their progress and commitment to reconciliation. The elders were impressed by the positive changes and offered their support for future efforts. Inspired by the success of the bridge and the cultural exchange, Chinedu and Adis initiated several community projects that involved both villages. These projects included building a joint marketplace, creating shared recreational areas, and organizing joint festivals. The community project fostered cooperation and strengthened the bond between Ikwu and Umu. The once feuding villages began to function as a unified community, working together towards common goals. As Chinedu and Adi's love story continued to inspire the villages, they decided to get married. Their wedding was seen as a symbol of the unity they had worked so hard to achieve. The preparations for the wedding were filled with excitement and anticipation. Both villages came together to contribute to the celebration, showcasing their newfound harmony and cooperation. The wedding ceremony was a grand event, attended by villagers from both Igbo and Umo. The ceremony took place on the newly repaired bridge, symbolizing the love and unity that had bridged the gap between the two communities. Chinedu and Adis exchanged vows, surrounded by their families and friends. The ceremony was a joyous occasion, filled with music, dancing, and celebrations that reflected the unity and love that had brought the villages together. After the wedding, Chinedu and Adis embarked on a honeymoon journey to explore other parts of Nigeria. Their journey was not only a celebration of their love but also an opportunity to learn about and appreciate the diverse cultures of their country. Their honeymoon allowed them to experience the beauty of Nigeria and brought them closer together as a couple. They returned to Iku and Umu with renewed energy and excitement for the future. Despite the progress made, there were still challenges to address. The process of healing and reconciliation was ongoing, and Chinedu and Adis continued to work towards fostering unity and understanding in their community. They faced new obstacles and resistance but remained committed to their mission. Their love and dedication were unwavering, and they believed that their efforts would continue to bring positive change. As the unity between Iku and Umu continued to grow, the community leaders from both villages began to collaborate more closely. They worked together to address issues, resolve conflicts, and promote cooperation. The leaders recognized the importance of Chinedu and Adis' contributions to the reconciliation process and supported their initiatives. The collaboration between the leaders was a significant step towards building a stronger and more united community. Chinedu and Adis' love story became a legend in Iku and Umo. Their dedication and perseverance were celebrated as a testament to the power of love and the possibility of overcoming even the deepest divisions. Their story was passed down through generations, inspiring future villagers to embrace unity, acceptance, and cooperation. The bridge they had repaired became a lasting symbol of their love and the positive change they had achieved. To commemorate their achievements and celebrate the unity between Iku and Umu, an annual festival was established. The festival included traditional music, dance, and food from both villages, highlighting the shared culture and heritage. The festival was a joyous occasion that brought the villagers together to celebrate their harmony and the progress they had made. It was a reminder of the power of love and the importance of working together. Chinedu and Adis started a family, and their children grew up in a community that valued unity and understanding. They raised their children with the same principles of love and acceptance that had brought their families together. Their children became active members of the community, continuing the legacy of their parents and contributing to the ongoing efforts to promote harmony and cooperation. The success of Chinedu and Adis' efforts inspired other communities in Nigeria to seek reconciliation and unity. Their story became a model for overcoming conflict and building bridges between divided communities. The support and admiration from neighboring villages reinforced the idea that love and understanding could overcome even the most challenging obstacles. As Chinedu and Adis grew older, they took time to reflect on their journey and the changes they had witnessed. They were proud of the progress made and the impact their love had had on their community. Their reflections were filled with gratitude for the support they had received and the opportunities they had been given to make a difference. They continued to be active in their community, sharing their experiences and encouraging others. Inspired by the success of their efforts, Chinedu and Adis initiated new projects to further strengthen the bond between Iku and Umu. These initiatives included educational programs, environmental projects, and cultural exchanges. The new initiatives were well received by the community and contributed to the ongoing development and prosperity of both villages. Chinedu and Adis' vision for a united and harmonious community continued to thrive. The efforts of Chinedu and Adis were recognized at a national level, and they received accolades for their contribution to peace and reconciliation. Their story was celebrated as an example of the transformative power of love and acceptance. The recognition brought even more attention to their work and inspired other communities to seek similar solutions to their conflicts. The unity between Ikwu and Umu led to significant growth and development in both villages. The once divided communities became thriving and prosperous, with improved infrastructure, education, and opportunities. Chinedu and Adi's vision for a better future had become a reality, and their efforts had laid the foundation for continued progress and success. As Chinedu and Adi's children grew up, they took on leadership roles in the community. They continued to build on their parents' legacy, working to maintain the unity and harmony that had been achieved. The values of love, acceptance, and cooperation were passed down through generations, ensuring the story of Chinedu and Adi's bridge of love spread beyond Nigeria, inspiring people around the world to seek reconciliation and understanding. Their story became a symbol of hope and a reminder of the power of love to overcome conflict. Their efforts were celebrated internationally, and they were invited to speak at conferences and events about their experiences and the lessons they had learned. In their later years, Chinedu and Adis took time to reflect on their journey and express their gratitude for the support they had received. They were thankful for the opportunities they had to make a difference and for the love that had guided them. Their reflections were filled with joy and contentment, knowing that their efforts had created lasting change and brought their communities together. Chinedu and Adi's final celebration was a grand event, attended by family, friends, and villagers from both Ikwu and Umu. The celebration honored their achievements and the love that had bridged the gap between their communities. The event was filled with music, dancing, and storytelling, celebrating the legacy of the bridge of love and the unity that had been achieved. As Chinedu and Adis grew older, they began to pass on their responsibilities to the next generation. They mentored young leaders and encouraged them to continue working towards unity and understanding. The passing of the torch was a symbolic gesture, representing the continuity of their legacy and their ongoing commitment to building bridges of love and acceptance. The impact of Chinedu and Adi's work continued to be felt in Ikwu, Umu, and beyond. Their efforts had transformed their communities and set an example for others to follow. The lessons learned from their journey remained relevant, and their story continued to inspire people to seek reconciliation and embrace love. Looking to the future, Chinedu and Adis envisioned a world where love and understanding could overcome even the deepest divides. They hoped that their story would serve as a reminder of the power of love to create positive change. Their vision for a harmonious world continued to guide their efforts and inspire others to work towards a more inclusive and compassionate society. The communities of Ikwu and Umu took time to reflect on the progress made and the journey they had undertaken. They celebrated their achievements and acknowledged the challenges that had been overcome. The reflection was a time of gratitude and celebration, honoring the contributions of Chinedu and Adis and the unity that had been achieved. The legacy of Chinedu and Adis lived on through the ongoing efforts of their community and the values they had instilled. The bridge of love continued to be a symbol of hope and reconciliation. The legacy was celebrated through annual events, educational programs, and community initiatives that promoted unity and understanding. The story of Chinedu and Adis was shared through books, films, and other media, ensuring that their legacy would be remembered by future generations. Their story became a timeless example of the power of love and acceptance. The story continued to inspire people around the world, serving as a reminder of the possibilities that love and understanding could bring. As Chinedu and Adis neared the end of their lives, they took a final journey together to visit the places that had been significant in their story. They reflected on their journey and the impact they had made. Their final journey was a celebration of their love and the legacy they had created. They were content, knowing that their efforts had made a difference. Chinedu and Adis' memory was honored through a memorial in the Bridge of Love, which had become a revered site in the community. The memorial celebrated their contributions and the unity they had achieved. The bridge remained a lasting symbol of their love and the positive change they had brought to their communities. The community held a special celebration to honor Chinedu and Adis' memory and the legacy they had created. The event included music, dance, and storytelling, celebrating the values of love and unity. The celebration was a time of joy and reflection, honoring the contributions of the couple and their ongoing commitment to their values. The bridge of love continued to stand as a testament to the power of love and the possibility of overcoming conflict. The legacy of Chinedu and Adiz lived on through the unity and understanding that had been achieved. Their story remained an inspiration to all who heard it, a reminder that love has the power to bridge even the deepest divides and create lasting change.
I hope you enjoyed the tale. If so, please like the video, comment, share it with your family and friends, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell for more enchanting tales like this one. Goodbye.